back to KTB Network. Today I am reacting to the ugly truth behind Grand Theft Auto 6 delays. No more modern audience pandering. So this is the flip side of what I was talking about, because Smash JT is mentioning that people are waiting, that Rockstar is waiting for people to get used to the $80 price point, right? So let's see what Dr. Disaster has to say. Perhaps he's confirming my speculation. Both can also be true, you know what I'm saying? So let's check this out. Let's see what he has to say.
What's up, space pirates? This is your admiral, the dread pirate Dr. Disaster. And for the past year or so, the entire game industry has kinda revolved around the idea that Grand Theft Auto 6 was gonna be released this year and it was going to save the industry. Articles have been written over and over about how this game was the linchpin that was gonna save gaming. Meanwhile, fans of the franchise have been like,
Well, we're waiting.
well, bad news if you're one of those people who are eagerly anticipating the release of this game because it's no longer coming out in 2025, it's been pushed back to May of 2026. And if you look here, it's being reported that the employees at Rockstar haven't believed it was coming out this year for a long time. This article is from Video Games Chronicle, and it says here, after months of speculation, Rockstar confirmed on Friday that the game would now launch in May of 2026.
Wait for it.
Following the announcement, Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, who had previously reported that the 2025 release window was looking unlikely, took to social media to claim that those within Rockstar didn't expect the game to be released this year. Nobody I've talked to at Rockstar has believed fall of 2025 was a real window for a very long time now, Schreier wrote. Too much work, not enough time, and what appears to be a real desire from management to avoid brutal crunch. GTA 6 slipping to 2026 has seemed inevitable for months, if not longer.
He's full of shit.
Now, it's not that I don't believe there was a chance the game was gonna be delayed. No, what I don't believe is the reasoning behind it that is being offered up. I don't think Rockstar gives a shit about their employees feeling a brutal crunch, not considering the massive amount of money pumped into this game and the pressure on this game to succeed. No, let's face it, this decision is based on one thing: economics and waiting for market normalization. We've known this game was going to be expensive as hell for a long time now. Speculation has long been that this title would be $100 or more, and now that Nintendo and Microsoft have announced that they have raised prices on their games, they saw a delay as an opportunity to ensure expensive games is the accepted norm before releasing. Rockstar saw this as an opportunity. Basically, if they delay, Nintendo and Microsoft take all the flack for raised prices, and the coast is clear for them.
Okay. Makes sense.
Now I feel better.
It makes sense. The coast is clear.
Share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel. Follow me over on X, where I keep a list of games lousy with woke shit pinned. But in any case, let's talk about this delay of GTA 6, why they did it, and what it means for the industry. The most conspicuous thing about this announcement from Rockstar is the timing, no doubt about it. Nintendo announced the pricing of Switch 2 games about a month ago now, raising prices up to $80. And then Microsoft this past week announced that they are raising their prices on games as well. In fact, their first party games will be going up to $80, matching Nintendo, and those prices will be hitting by the holiday season, as you can see here. And now, here we are, just days later, and Rockstar announced that their game, which has long been expected to cost $100 or more, absolutely shocking the industry, is...
Like I said in the previous video, if the games are family friendly, they should be a lot lower.
It's no longer releasing in fall of 2025, but is conspicuously being pushed back to well beyond...
Because family households, I mean, come on now. You know, if you really want a game and it's mature, maybe it should be priced higher. Sure, if you want to go with that, if you want to go with that point, but whatever.
On holiday of 2025, it's being pushed back to May of 26. That is not a coincidence at all. No, it's quite clear
No.
that they want Microsoft's price.
And now Doctor is mentioning that they want to delay this, delay the release so Nintendo could take the flak. That makes sense. That makes so much sense. Y'all are making good points.
Like to hit and have a few months to normalize before they unleash their new price point on the world. In fact, Rockstar likely will not unveil the price of GTA 6 until well after Microsoft's price changes go into effect. They want to blunt the effect of the sticker shock on their price point as much as possible. So no, I don't believe that Rockstar is wanting to avoid a work crunch for their employees.
You know what's crazy? What once was considered a hobby is now truly becoming expensive. Like, that's crazy. I mean, yes, everything's becoming monetized. You know, we're making our game channels and, you know, our commentary, our podcasts and stuff, and we're monetizing everything. So I guess they're looking at it from that point of view. But wow, what was once a hobby, what a private hobby, at least for me, is now super expensive.
This is a game that is,
I imagine a lot of people are going to argue,
rumored to have cost around $2 billion to develop. And while I'm dubious that that's true, we definitely know that it was expensive to put together. In fact, there is no doubt in my mind that Rockstar has spent more money than anyone ever on developing this one game. And with those enormous costs in mind, I highly doubt that the immediate priority of the company is making sure that the employees don't feel too much crunch before this big release. Sure, Jason Schreier uncritically reported that this was the suspected reason for the delay, but that is literally his job, unquestioningly parroting the narratives dispensed to him by these massive gaming studios. That's why he gets the exclusive insider information in the first place. Guys like him are mouthpieces, and Rockstar likes this narrative a lot because it makes them look like stand-up guys. It makes them look like they're putting their employees first. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that actually they're a bad company to work for or anything like that, and that they don't care at all about the humans developing their game. I'm not employed there, so I have no opinion on that at all. I'm simply saying this. Considering the massive resources that Rockstar put into this game, both in terms of time and money, if they believed that the best release window for their game was fall of 2025, there's no way that they wouldn't make that work. And then, once again, if you factor in the timing of everything, their real motives seem clear. That being said, there has been a lot of speculation about the delay being at least in part because the game needed some of its content changed. Let's look at Grums's theory that he posted on X, which I don't necessarily find myself completely agreeing with, but it definitely could have something to do with it. He says here, GTA 6 has been delayed to next year. The question is why? I think it's because the game is a massive risk, and everyone is worried it is losing its edge to pander to the politically correct crowd that was so strident in 2020 and 2021. 11 years in development and over $2 billion in budget. Once again, we don't know that budget for sure, mind you, but it is definitely a hell of a lot that they spent on this game, no doubt about it. He then says, GTA was offensive to everyone, irreverent and edgy. That's the brand. If they go down the route of...
Wait, did they spend $2 million or $200 million to make this game? Because $200 million seems excessive.
Toning that back, the game will fall short of that 205 million copy gold standard, which is what GTA 5 sold. Given the backlash of gamers rejecting political correctness last year and the string of AAA failures that resulted, I would bet they are scouring the game to make sure they aren't doing anything that would be seen as being weak, woke, or pandering. It would be the smart thing to do to de-risk. It wouldn't at all be surprising to me if this was at least partially to blame for the delay. After all, last year was indeed a bloodbath for anything that gamers sensed was woke. So yeah, they will likely, Rockstar that is to say, will likely take this next year to make sure there's nothing that will be perceived as woke in the game. But I will absolutely guarantee that a good chunk of this decision to delay the game came in response to Nintendo and now Microsoft falling on the sword of raising prices before everyone else, and Rockstar wanting to minimize criticism aimed at them for the expected price tag of their game. But who knows? I'm gonna leave it there.
Alright, subscribe to this man. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know what other gaming videos you want me to react to. Like and subscribe if you vibe. Become a view today. And I will see you guys on the live streams. Take care. Thanks for stopping by.